transforming negative self-talk and rebuilding your self-worth. After a setback, setbacks are an inevitable part of life. They come in many forms: failed relationships, job losses, missed opportunities, personal disappointments, or mistakes we've made along the way. But perhaps the most damaging impact of setbacks isn't the external event itself. It's the way we internalize them. How we talk to ourselves in the wake of a setback can shape the trajectory of our recovery and ultimately our sense of self-worth. Negative self-talk, the harsh, critical voice that arises when we feel defeated or vulnerable, can quickly spiral, reinforcing feelings of inadequacy, guilt, and shame. It's easy to let this inner critic take control, telling us we're not good enough or that we'll never succeed. But here's the truth. Negative self-talk is not the voice of reality. It is the voice of fear and insecurity. The process of rebuilding your self-worth after a setback begins by transforming that negative inner dialogue into something more compassionate and empowering. Recognizing negative self-talk. The first step toward transformation is awareness. You can't change what you're not conscious of, and negative self-talk often operates beneath the surface. It can be subtle at first. Something as simple as thinking, "I'm so stupid for letting that happen," or "I'll never be able to recover from this." Over time, these thoughts become entrenched patterns that reinforce your belief that you are incapable or unworthy. To begin recognizing negative self-talk, try this exercise. For the next few days, keep a journal of your thoughts. Whenever you experience a setback or feel discouraged, write down the thoughts you have about yourself. What do you tell yourself in these moments? Are you blaming yourself, catastrophizing, or generalizing your situation? This practice will help you identify the specific negative messages that you need to challenge. Challenging negative thoughts. Once you've identified your negative self-talk, the next step is to challenge it. Ask yourself whether the thoughts you're having are true or if they are distorted. Often our thoughts about ourselves are exaggerated or based on incorrect assumptions. 1. Is the thought realistic? Ask yourself whether you are making an accurate assessment of your situation or if you are overgeneralizing. For example, after a failure at work, you might think, "I always mess things up." But is that truly accurate? Look for examples where you succeeded and remind yourself of your abilities. 2. Am I being too hard on myself? When faced with a setback, it's easy to slip into perfectionism or self-blame. If your self-talk sounds like an attack, it's likely not helpful. Practice being as kind and understanding with yourself as you would be with a close friend going through a tough time. Would you say to them what you're saying to yourself? 3. What's the evidence? Often negative self-talk is based on assumptions or emotions rather than facts. Ask yourself, what evidence do you have to support your negative beliefs about yourself? Are you looking at the full picture, or are you focusing only on the failure without acknowledging your strengths or previous successes? Replacing negative self-talk with empowering thoughts. Once you've identified and challenged the negative thoughts, the next step is to replace them with more balanced, realistic, and positive statements. Rebuilding your self-worth requires you to reshape your inner dialogue, replacing self-criticism with self-empowerment. Here are some strategies to help you do that. 1. Practice self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness during difficult moments. When you experience a setback, instead of berating yourself, acknowledge that setbacks are a part of the human experience. Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that a failure doesn't define who you are. Practice phrases like, "It's okay to struggle. This doesn't define me. I will learn from this and grow." When you offer yourself compassion, you start to build a foundation of acceptance and understanding, which is critical for rebuilding self-worth. 2. Affirmations of strength. In moments of difficulty, it's essential to reaffirm your strengths and qualities. Write down a list of things you like about yourself, things you've done well in the past, and the qualities that make you unique. These affirmations can act as counterweights to the negative narratives. Instead of telling yourself, "I'm a failure," replace it with, "I've faced challenges before, and I have the resilience to overcome this one too." 183. Focus on growth, not perfection. Rather than viewing setbacks as confirmation of your shortcomings, shift your mindset to one of growth. Mistakes and failures offer valuable lessons. and each one is an opportunity for you to learn and improve. Consider the setbacks as stepping stones on the path to personal growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow stronger from it? In 4, visualize your future success. Visualization can be a powerful tool in rebuilding your self-worth. Spend a few minutes each day picturing yourself overcoming the setback and achieving success. Visualize yourself standing tall and proud, having learned from the experience. By regularly engaging in positive visualization, you begin to see possibilities rather than limitations. 5. Celebrate small wins. After a setback, it can feel like you're starting from square one. To rebuild your self-worth, it's important to celebrate even the small victories along the way. Whether it's making progress on a new project, reconnecting with a supportive friend, or simply getting through a difficult day, acknowledge these steps as meaningful achievements. The more you celebrate small successes, the more confidence and self-worth you'll build. Rebuilding self-worth. Step by step. Rebuilding your self-worth is a gradual process, and it's normal to have moments of doubt along the way. Remember, your value as a person is not determined by one setback or failure. Your worth is inherent, and setbacks don't diminish that. Until 1. Shift your focus. Instead of fixating on what went wrong, redirect your focus toward what you can control and improve. Acknowledge the situation, learn from it, and then look for ways to move forward. Focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on the problem will help you feel more empowered and less stuck. 2. Set realistic goals. Break down your goals into smaller, achievable steps. After a setback, the thought of tackling large goals can feel overwhelming. Set realistic and manageable goals to help you regain momentum and build confidence in your abilities again. 3. Surround yourself with positive support. Surrounding yourself with a supportive network of people who believe in you can make a significant difference in rebuilding your self-worth. Seek out friends, mentors, or therapists who can offer perspective, encouragement, and understanding during tough times. 4. Be patient and persistent. Rebuilding self-worth takes time, so be patient with yourself. Don't expect overnight transformation. Be persistent and remind yourself that each day brings an opportunity for growth and healing. Conclusion. Negative self-talk is a destructive force that can keep you stuck after a setback, but by recognizing it, challenging it, and replacing it with empowering thoughts, you can transform the way you view yourself. Rebuilding your self-worth is not an instant process, but with persistence, self-compassion, and a commitment to growth, you can emerge from setbacks stronger, wiser, and more confident. Remember, setbacks are not the end of the road. They are simply part of your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself.